Here's another Olympian, Amy Cozad, since Rio married Magaña, her married name, and she was an Olympian on the synchro platform.
Yes, and she's always been a very strong individual diver as well. She has been doing some graduate school work and kind of took on and off some training, so she hasn't done a whole lot of competition since Rio. And so I know her coach said she had a little bit of nerves coming in here this week. That's a solid start from Amy. It's right on her head, totally vertical. Just again, needing to clean up those entries. It's right there, great handstand. She showed control. She uses her arms to push off the platform really well. Some of the girls tend to cut it off a little bit, but she has a great start. Sixes, she cleans up that entry. It's going to be closer to 7.5, 8.
Just put Pyeongchang behind and on to the next.
Sometimes 2 years feels like forever, but it goes by in the blink of an eye, right? And here we're seeing all these future contenders for that Olympic team. It's an inward 3.5 somersault tuck from Amy. This is one that I've seen Amy have a little bit of trouble with over the years. She doesn't tend to stay over the platform. She throws really well with her arms, but she sits back on her heels just a little bit. She's very great kick out. She's still going for the entry, but it's short of vertical, so she's not going to receive above that 7 mark. Now these next 2 dives for Amy are big ones. This is her back 3.5 somersault tuck. It's a 3.3 degree of difficulty, and the next round she'll turn around and do the same dive in reverse, which is 3.4. So back to back, it's nice to put these together because they're the same actions. And that's going to set her up pretty well for her gainer. That was moving really well. Just a hair archy and loose on the bottom. Solid. Not great, but solid. Let's see right here, really strong jump. She spins really fast. Just as she comes out, she lets her back arch a little bit, which keeps it from going totally vertical. We're halfway between Rio and Tokyo, and this is a great year for new people especially to come up and kind of make a name for themselves. For anybody learning a new dive to do that on the big international scene. Oh, and a big gainer 3.5 from Amy Cozad Magaña. That was huge. She did a great in warm-up as well. Nobody else is doing that in this contest. It's 3.4 degree of difficulty. Super strong takeoff. Very accurate. She knows exactly where to kick. Doesn't quite get her hands to just bury it, but really, really solid. That's going to be good for her confidence going into the next few years doing these big dives now.
Boy, excellent. 71 points for Amy Cozad Magaña. She was in the trials as a 17-year-old, didn't make it. Tells a story that she was crushed and was consoled by Laura Wilkinson. You remember that?
I do. I try to be there for the divers. I've been there. We've all been there. And it's nice to know you're not the only one going through that sometimes. Great finish for Amy. She has improved every single round. In the second round, she was 5th, and then 4th, and then 3rd. She really, I think she's kind of shaken off some of those nerves from not competing for a while, and she's just finishing strong here today. It's the best entry I've seen from her in the water, going into the water today.
Good finish as well for